Video looks good?
Video looks good. I mean, no way to know what it looks like with all of us in here, but it was.
Well, if you got that, and if you get that, Victor, and
We
me,
can go take a picture of
you're
it
in
and
there
bring it back
somewhere.
if we want.
No.
Let's do that.
We might as well before we
Before we commit.
before we do the whole thing.
Before we get 45 minutes into this and go.
Whole thing's It is shocky in here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday at your apartment, at his house, everything I shot.
Oh, well,
Victor's
that's just like a
shocky.
thing.
Just Victor shocky. He's shocked.
Yeah. I want to see. I want to check the limits. Woo! Is that good? Just don't want it to like break. I don't know.
Here's the photo.
Is it good?
It's pretty good, guys. You look great.
Thanks, Vic. I like how it looked when I'm hiding my ears because they're too big
Oh,
Okay, so I just have to stay.
under that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
great.
That's fine.
Classy.
If you're where the mic is, you'll be perfect.
Sick. Move this over just a hair.
Cool.
Okay. Oh,
We did it.
I'll bring up our prompts.
Prompts.
Turn off my notifications. This is our time.
That's right.
This time's sacred.
This is family time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we record it and monetize it.
That's right. If you're not monetizing every moment of your life,
Monetizing family.
what are you doing?
Just like Vin Diesel said.
Hell yeah.
Well, as we're going to get to the point where we have to save our conversations. We have to save our
I'm
personal
excited.
conversations.
Save
this for the podcast.
He's excited.
Because then we can stop.
You guys,
Having
I only
conversations.
ever want to talk to you guys like this. You guys sound way better like this. Every other version of you sounds terrible.
I was
Terrible
going to
compared
say,
to this.
this is how I want to hear myself all the time.
That's
So-
great, but that has nothing to do with me.
I'm going to go ahead and call that the beginning.
See, that's how I
so
felt
I
about what you
remember
said.
it's right now, Matt.
That
Listen,
could have been
Matt.
the beginning. As long as it's recording.
Yeah, no. So we're doing a real podcast. now.
Podcast.
We're doing it,
Wow,
boys.
Finally.
Wow.
It's what everyone's been asking for.
Another podcast of men talking about
How great they are.
And aren't we?
I do like
And
that
aren't we?
podcasts have become such a trope.
they really are.
But
But it's
I
funny because
mean-
it's like 50-50. They're pretty good. Like I feel like I still find some pretty solid podcast. Maybe not 50-50.
but you only know about the good ones.
Yeah, this is true.
There's- I bet you.
It's probably 1090, and I just happened to come across that 10 a couple times.
I think that's it. I think it's most podcasts are terrible.
right.
I would bet you most of them.
And who's to
are
say? Maybe it's
awful.
this one too.
Exactly. That's what
well,
I'm talking about.
this is satire.
This is its own thing. This isn't really a podcast. It's more like a sort of an life experience
Oh,
collaboration.
we're not a band. We're more of a group.
Collaboration.
We're like a movement.
We're like a family. We're like a cult.
Arrows in Action, the movement.
Well, there's just no way to experience the banter part of the show outside of a show. You can listen to the songs all you want on Spotify, but you don't get to just hear us fucking
Like talk.
Yeah.
Except on live streams.
I know how much you love that.
This feels better than a live stream, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I could say some crazy shit, then we can cut it later.
What are they putting these?
I don't feel like
What
I'm
are they
under
putting
the
these?
gun.
You sound good.
Yeah.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rich.
You normally
deep
sound
tone.
fucking unbearable.
I know.
It's tinny.
I
it's
usually
tinny
don't
normally.
like how I sound. I sound good. This is nice.
Should we I don't know, what do you want to talk about? Like the original idea of
Yeah,
this is
why
to go
did we
song by song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, I think people are familiar with like the rewatch format of show. There's lots of like the
Office Ladies,
one and
Always Sunny.
Always Sunny, and I think
Yeah.
every show has one where you go like episode by episode and they kind of talk about it. I think we might be the first band to do what we're gonna try and do.
Go song by
Just
song
go
for our
song
career.
by song.
And even if we're not, we're gonna say we are
that's right,
and start some shit.
we're gonna be
That's
the
right.
we're
We
gonna,
are the first band definitively to have a podcast where they talk through their career song by
You
song.
tell your friends.
And if that's a lie, no, it's not.
Talk to us
It's
about
not
it.
a lie if we think it's true,
If it's a lie, come on to the podcast. We'll talk about it.
It's dangerous.
right? Is that not how that works?
Don't start that.
I think you're only lying if you're saying something you know to be not true. We could just be wrong.
Oh, I see what you're
Because
saying.
right now
I
we're
see-
saying
sorry.
because we pretty sure we're right.
What you're saying is actually a lot less dangerous than I thought. You're right. We
well,
could
because
just be wrong.
The way
We
you
could
said it
just-
at first almost was like you choose not to believe.
Yes.
But if you are just not aware of the truth,
We
and you
haven't
are
looked into
saying-
it, I guess, enough to say. Oh, okay. Anyway,
back to defining
Whatever.
the truth.
yeah. That's what this
That's
is
what you
about.
came here to hear.
This is about the truth.
We're gonna talk about a song that I wasn't around for, so I'll be doing
Thank
mostly
God.
listening for a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
I want to know how you feel about
how
the
I feel
song.
about
Let's
Skully.
start with that.
Song number 1, the first Arrows in Action song ever released was Skully, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
first one ever released.
Okay.
Yeah. First, yeah.
What was the first one written?
I think it was something called "Make Me Sick" or something. Technically,
Sounds
the
right.
first Arrows in Action song was written before I was in the
I
band.
think it was called Uncle Johnny.
Uncle Johnny.
Uncle Johnny?
There were a couple other ones you had too.
Wait, is that a bit or was that real?
No, that's
I
real.
don't think you've actually told me
I
that
couldn't
before.
tell you how it goes, but
That is canonical. I know
is
that
canonical.
name.
You don't even
Oh,
remember
me
the
too.
chorus?
No, is that makes me sick?
Yeah.
Okay, then no, I don't remember it.
Damn it.
It might exist on the internet somewhere.
Is there a video of...
My dad probably has it on like a camcorder.
We could look up, old Arrows in
Oh.
Action U2 without Victor. Just the 5-piece version
If anyone
of
has
the
a
band.
video of Uncle Johnny, can you please?
Please, there's no way. It was played one time.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Sure
was
it
the rest
wasn't-
of the set covers?
No, we were a career band, Matthew. What do you think we
What
were?
were the
spent
What were
all-
the other song names? I remember like you had like at least like 4 or 5. You don't know? Okay, that's fine.
We did have one called Wow.
It was called Wow.
No, it's called The Arrow and the Lizard. God damn.
That's
We
where the
started-
lizard was. I
we
remember there was
started
a-
off
What?
really making bad names for things.
The
Arrows in
Arrow
Action.
and the
Boom,
Lizard?
right out the gate. Uncle Johnny. Okay. Yeah.
Arrow and the Lizard.
That one could be online. Yes.
Why?
So eventually.
Why is it more likely that Arrow and the Lizard was online? Did you play it more than once?
Because I remember seeing it. We played it at High Dive, opening for first of many times. Oh wait, no, that wasn't.
No, High
We the
Dive was
Kings.
opening
This
for
was King's Foil,
yeah.
baby. Shout out Frankie Muniz.
Frankie. My boy Frankie Muniz playing drums.
Hell yeah, it was good. It was great. I got a picture with it.
I'm learning so much already.
Yeah. See, look,
This is great.
you thought you knew us. We're gonna
I
find
did.
out.
After this, I need to find the earliest Arrows in Action video that
find
exists on the internet.
I think
Yeah.
we should find it now. I'm
No,
I'm
we can't
so
find
it. No, I
fucking
don't know,
curious.
but-
I'm so curious.
So technically, the first Arrows in Action song that was ever written was like "Makes Me Sick," but the first song we ever recorded and like put out, and we were like, "Please like this," was Skully.
Scully. Yeah.
We recorded that at Skylab Studios
Mm-hmm. Gainesville, Florida.
with Jerry.
Jerry.
Yep,
Hell yeah.
that was crazy.
Why did I think it was Dave?
We
Dave?
did Lust, Love, and Misery with Dave.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the Skully was done at
Yeah.
Skylabs, which is even funnier that several songs on like a 5-song EP
Yeah.
were recorded at different studios.
Yeah, because we did
Okay.
like Bad Hearts at Skylabs too. It was just Less of
Yep.
a Misery. That
Yeah.
was at with Dave.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was Yep, that was like out of Dave's house, I remember. Anyways, yeah, when we did Skully, it was at Skylab Studios. It was you, me, Adrian, guitar at the time.
Sam?
Maybe.
Sam?
I don't know, Sam.
I
wanna-
don't know.
I
We don't
forget.
know.
I feel bad. I love
Cut
you,
all
Sam,
that.
if you're out there.
Cut it all out. The next part's very exciting.
I remember I had started writing Skully when I was spending the summer in Buffalo, like with my mom and my stepdad. I was working just for the summer between my freshman and sophomore year of college. I was talking to this one girl, and I ended up writing Skully kind of about her, and then brought it back. And that was maybe 3 months after I had, or 6 months after I had like officially joined Arrows in Action. Came back like in August with that song, and then we sort of like I remember distinctly, like, even though there weren't a lot of people at any Arrows in Action shows, we were like, people like this one. People
Yeah.
seem to really like this one. We should consider recording it.
Yeah. It was a first like, I think someone knows this song.
It's the first hit.
Wasn't recorded anywhere, but people were like, that one song Skully, and we were like, you know what it's called? It was crazy.
It's pretty great. I will say that's probably one of my faves. Like going back, if the recording wasn't so bad.
I love that one. That was definitely like when I was seeing you guys, one of the memorable ones like that. And I'm trying to, was MJ, I think MJF was like out after I knew you for a little bit. So I
Now-
did see you before.
Now, from a
MJF.
fan perspective, how did you feel about Skully?
Yeah.
I liked
What
it.
did the fans think?
What did the, I was a super fan before I joined. I liked it a lot.
When
I
did
think
we-
I was one of those people that was like,
It was only Matt.
remember
Matt was
how
the
that-
only one that was telling us Skully
remember
was
how
good.
that song
Yeah.
went. I think I told you I liked it, but I was like, yeah.
What year was this? Did we put it out? 2015? Is that right? Really? Is that right? 15? I think so. Does that sound wrong?
Fact check.
No, that can't.
16, I think, because
16.
Coasting was 2017.
That makes sense.
Oh,
And we
Yeah.
put that out in May of 2017, so it would have had to been 2016, I think.
okay. What were you doing then, Matt?
That was my freshman year of college.
Oh, good. How
Yep.
was that?
Oh, it's just
You played your first show with Arrows
terrible
in
and
Action.
full of
Oh,
life
good.
lessons.
That's exciting.
But yeah, I mean, Bothering Dennis opened for Arrows in Action. That was our 1st time playing Gainesville.
Yeah. Great show.
Yeah. We did that a couple times. And then we traded when you came to Orlando a couple times. And then I was playing bass and we would do show trades, but I'd play both sets.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt was a trooper. He was a big fan of Arrows in Action, though, just trying to get in. He made his way in.
Yeah, I was just anyway, yeah.
That could happen to you.
I'm looking back at the Arrows in Action releases right now.
Uh-oh.
There is no Skully single.
Where?
It's on Apple Music, at least.
Oh.
I don't remember what the artwork was for it if we did it.
Oh, I remember what it was.
It's the same thing that was
bad.
on the tank top.
Yeah.
I have that tank top.
It's not bad.
Well, this is
take
the
it
Lust,
back.
Love, and Misery one.
No,
and that's
it's
what-
the same one.
It's the same one. I think you guys might have used it twice in a row, the same thing.
I actually take it back now that I see it.
I don't
Not
think...
bad. No. Same thing. But it said Skully at the bottom.
I wonder where that is.
I'm confident about
I hate
this.
to. Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Don't want to pile
that's
on you.
okay.
Like, I have.
He's right. Except it was
It might be
color
a
swapped.
Bernstein Bears thing, but I remember
It's-
that
okay,
very
it
well
was
too.
color
It was
swapped.
yes,
Black.
it's black
It's
with
black.
the
I
white
wonder
logo.
why it's not here. I'm so curious.
I remember it used to be
couldn't
on
tell you.
Spotify with the black background and the white
Yeah,
logo.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will
I
say,
trust you.
pretty sweet logo. First come out.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
With the arrow and everything.
And we did tank top as our first merch item, which
Yeah.
is
Bold.
and
But for Florida,
Fitting.
effective.
for a Florida college.
Hmm.
I think it made sense
That's
at the
true.
time.
That's-
but
yeah.
it is pretty ridiculous
Yeah.
to make your first merch item
A
a
tank top.
tank top.
Did you guys do like a release party for this one?
Did
I
we?
don't think so.
Or
No,
show,
we
or
didn't
like-
think anyone
Did we do
cared. I
anything?
think.
Okay.
I don't think we did anything for it.
How did were you like other than just like uploading it to Spotify and posting on Facebook about it? What's like promotion like then?
You know.
Instagram, Facebook. Well, what
Oh,
was it?
like,
what
what
was
did
it
you-
for us specifically? Is
Oh,
what I was
oh,
asking.
oh,
what
oh.
did you guys do? Because this was before me.
I think you just tell people, right? Like that's the phase of the band where you're like telling all your friends and family, and you're
Okay.
hoping that they will.
There was not a lot in the
Listen.
there was not a lot in the promotion game for us at that point. That was even before we started really posting on like Instagram a bunch. I think
Yeah.
Lust, Love, and Misery was when we kind of started doing that
Yeah.
at best.
Yeah.
Skully, we just sort of said existed.
yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I don't know what we did to promote it.
Yeah.
You just tell people. I
Yeah.
think you like post on Facebook to your friends.
I think
Yeah.
if you asked us at the time what our plans were for promotion, we would look at you like you were crazy. Like, what do you mean? The music will find the people. You know,
Yeah.
like
I
Yeah.
used to with the Bothering Dennis single, I remember I went to CVS and got blank CDs and then burned one song to the CDs so I could give a physical copy to people.
Commitment.
Yeah. And I think
And then
that's
and then
so
that
funny
person-
to look at that now.
But
And-
back then that made sense because there was no like Spotify really.
no, it was not
So
normal.
your options
it
were
wasn't
like
on Spotify.
iTunes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Where you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So
CD. Put this in your car.
the idea
Yeah.
that someone would hold on to one whole CD for one song is
Hey, man,
incredible.
it's
Like,
probably out there.
yeah.
There's probably a bunch of them still out
Oh,
there.
I mean,
I'm sure they are somewhere.
yeah, with the Sharpie written on it. Yeah.
Yeah, we
But-
didn't do a lot for promotion for Skully, but I mean, I remember being so excited. Like I remember like being so excited going into the studio and recording it like with Jerry because he had like a. It's funny how now we sort of just pick a place to record, like just anywhere where we're comfortable, any Airbnb, anywhere out there. We get a Kemper, Dan's laptop, you know, some guitars, bass, like microphones, and we can do it anywhere. But going to record at Skylabs was like, wow, like look at all these speakers on the wall. Look at this board. Like it felt like so official.
No, but yeah, it's like the nicest studio we've ever recorded in.
Still, it was the first one. Yeah,
one we ever went
we felt
to.
so legit.
We're like, holy shit.
Never gone back.
Yeah, now we just do it in like a room. My favorite room.
We recorded Be More in Dan's bedroom the first half. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, we're bedroom pop artists now.
Oh,
Thank God.
we should start using that hashtag. We're
Hashtag
technically bedroom pop because we
Technically.
record all
bedroom
of our
rock,
music
bedroom
in,
pop. Yeah.
in sort of like a bedroom-ish
Yeah.
setting.
Is anyone saying bedroom rock yet?
Bedroom rock.
There's something there. Hold
Ooh.
on.
I like that. Bedroom rock.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't make sense, it's a good play on bedroom pop.
It is.
What's the qualifier for bedroom pop?
That you
just
just
that you
take
made
your-
it in your room on a laptop? Well,
Yep.
that's exactly what we
Boom.
fucking do. So we could say that.
You
We can
heard it
say
here,
that.
folks. That's our new thing. Bedroom rock.
Bedroom rock.
And it's also a little sexy. Rock for the bedroom.
Mattress rock.
No.
I like mattress rock.
Mattress rock.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, so we recorded Skully and put it out between 2015 and something. 2016.
I love
maybe.
that it's like a historical date range, like circa 2010s. Just no one knows.
It's just
no one
not
remembers.
on here. So.
But that's also around when we met Matt, right? Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
2016 is when we met you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
I
that
met,
your
I met
first
you
year of
first. I
college?
met you in 2015
Yeah.
in my freshman year of college.
Yeah. Shout out, Kara.
Yeah, thank you, Kara, the TA
Kara
for
was
my
your TA?
business
Yeah.
my business school class that I didn't stay in business school. But you,
didn't
introduced
stay
me to
in
my
business
bandmates.
school?
No, technically not.
Didn't you
Because
get a minor in business?
oh, you know what? Yes, I did.
Oh.
Wow, you remember as much as you make fun of them, you remember my degrees.
What the hell is that?
Whoa, wait a
Not
minute.
playable, but if you Google Skully by Arrows in Action, it'll take you to the Spotify link that then you can't play the song.
Hell yeah.
It just has
Oh.
it blocked out.
But you should save
Here.
it.
All right,
Here you go.
that's
Go save that.
that is frustrating. I do see why that's
I
frustrating.
can save
now.
it to my liked songs
That's
and then just not
amazing.
play it.
Can't
So
listen to it.
Skully came out March 30th, 2016.
Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, 2016.
That's
The funniest part about this
amazing.
artwork is the poor crop on the,
border.
sides.
That's probably my fault. That's got to be my fault. I think. I don't know. I could have fixed that.
That's incredible.
You could say it's not a poor crop and it's just a
Border.
stylistic choice.
The stylistic border.
It's a border.
Nah, man, I don't want those borders all around. I just want them on the
Just
sides.
on
Just the sides.
sides.
Just the white.
They're like-
border on the
Everyone's
side.
doing all
It's like
around the sides
the
borders.
the sideburns of album art.
I think it looks great.
I think it looks great too.
Yeah. I can't believe it's still like in the Spotify fucking
Yeah,
meta.
I don't
data.
even
So
know.
you take something off, it's still there.
Wow.
Because Lust, Love, and Misery is still there because of the
But you can
movie.
listen to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
You can if you go to the
No,
movie
we
soundtrack.
can't talk about the movie yet.
Oh,
That's
right.
for the next.
That's for the next one. That's cut that.
Ah,
Cut
it's a
that,
little
cut that.
spoiler.
That's for the next
I
one.
need to stop looking at the camera. I'm doing that a lot.
Is it- This is the first episode. It's okay. We can kind of
That's
just
true.
get
Oh,
the,
yeah.
you know,
Get all the wiggles out, you
get
know.
all the wiggles out, get the kinks out. You know, it's fine. It's fine. This one can be whatever.
Bad.
It can be bad.
No,
Oh,
this one has to
no.
be really
Guys.
good. Uh-oh.
On Genius, these credits are not right.
Uh-oh.
It says the producer Stan.
For Skully?
Oh
Skully.
no.
Ah, that doesn't matter.
I mean, it's fine, but just if anyone is checking.
Yeah, for
It's not
anyone
Stan.
very concerned. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Jerry tracked and mastered it. I think he
Didn't
he
mix it.
mixed and mastered
Okay.
it. Tracked, mixed,
Tracked and
mastered.
mastered. Just like
That's our boy
no one
Jerry.
mixed it. It just recorded hard to
Made
the
it
laptop
louder.
or whatever, and then mastered
Just
it.
sent
Just
to the
exported that
master
and mastered
button.
I love that.
Yeah, Jerry King.
And we should do credits on these. This makes sense.
Yeah.
Victor wrote all the words.
Yep.
For sure. I'm confident I didn't try to change anything. I wasn't trying to change anything at this point. I was like, yeah. That's a great
Sick.
song.
Why would-
Cool song.
Yeah. Were you? I'm curious though. So the originals that were before Victor, were you like collaborating on lyrics, or who was writing those? Was it Steven?
Yeah,
Was that a Steven job?
Steven, I
Okay.
think, wrote all the lyrics, I think.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very I mean that didn't last long as like a unit of a band, but yeah.
Yeah.
Which was really no one's fault. But yeah, it was just singer writes the words and then you
Yeah.
guys make it a song.
Yeah.
Kind of the classic
The classic.
classic
build.
approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
I had something I was going to say. I fucking forgot.
what was it about?
It was about. It's about one of our first shows.
Oh,
I can't
okay.
remember.
The
Yeah.
one our first show?
The
With Flip
first show
Turn?
that we did together.
Was that our first show with Flip Turn?
Oh, was it really?
And
Oh
someone
yeah,
else?
crazy
right?
fun fact. It was Bothering Dennis, and then Arrows in Action and Flip Turn opened
Yeah.
for Bothering Dennis
Oh
at
my
the High
god,
Dive.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez, that's
Shout out Flip Turn.
Flip Turn.
biggest band.
Yeah,
The biggest Gainesville
fucking
band.
huge now.
Probably.
Great bands.
Except for Less
Definitely.
Than Jake. Rivaling at this point.
At
though.
this point, though, I mean,
Getting
like,
up
I think
live.
they're playing a lot of the same venues. Yeah,
Yeah, that's whack.
it's really funny to think about.
Crazy. Yeah, we came up with Flip Turn and the Hales, and we played one show with like Briston Maroney.
Oh yeah.
And who else came by that
Did we play
played
a
with?
show with Nightbreakers?
I think we.
The Atlantic? I don't know. We played shows with a bunch of
I
random
don't remember.
bands. We the Kings we played with like 17 times.
4 times, but yeah, might as well have been.
I think it was 5 times.
Yeah, I think.
And
I
they
think I did.
definitely don't remember us. If you
No.
ever see We the Kings, ask them about Arrows in Action. I would love
I'll
to
go.
know
what are the
happened.
words you
What's
just said
that?
to my face?
What's
Yeah.
that? And
Yeah.
you'll say, "Oh, it's a band. You've played with them." And they go, "Nope,
No, you've played with them 5 times. Even more, no.
definitely not."
I only got that one last one, but it was really fun.
Oh, it was great.
was a
Great
good
show.
show.
Great show. Yeah, had a lot of great times at High Dive,
Dive.
which was where we all met.
Yes.
I met Victor at High Dive in Gainesville. He was opening for I Fight Dragons, great band. And you did like an acoustic thing. And I was like, hey, man, I don't even know what I said.
I was in high
Nice
school.
job.
I was still a child.
Do you
And
want to join my band?
Still a child.
I was still a wee
freshman
baby.
in college.
Wasn't like Jesse now.
Yeah.
Jesse's just,
Hey, kid.
hey, high school kid. No, I remember he came up to me, like, we weren't off the stage yet, and Jesse came up to me. He was like, hey, man, like, I loved your guys' performance. Like, I also play in a band. We'd love to play with you sometime. And I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, that'd be sick. Like,
What's the name?
what's the band name?
I don't know.
No clue.
Give me some time.
The funniest part, I always remember this, like, at the time it didn't seem crazy, but it was like, I remember sending you a message 2 weeks, 10 days, something like that before the show and being like, hey, man, we're making the flyer. We need you to come up with a band name.
We're making the flyer.
It's
for the
in a
show.
week or 10
was a-
days or
A
something.
good sign when you start promoting the show 10 days
When
out.
the flyer's not made yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that was Arrows and Action's first show. And our first
1982. Rest in peace.
rest in peace. We committed to that band name. I'm pretty proud of that for some reason. I don't know. It feels right in a weird way.
Oh, I am too. I mean, there was a period of time in like 2018 or 19 that we talked
We
about
had-
together
Yes,
changing it.
a lot.
Pretty
Be-
seriously.
Be More
Right before.
was a band name option.
Be More was a band name option.
I
Yeah.
think that's whoever came up with it. That's what it was for.
It was for that. Well, because
Yeah.
we had just watched,
When we were spitballing.
we were watching
ideas.
Adventure Time. And We
Yeah.
had just watched the BMO episode, and I do forget who said it first, but I know we were talking about that.
Yeah.
being an
We're like,
option.
oh, that could be cool. Or
Still a
maybe
good
an
band
album
name.
name.
We talked about band name, and I remember distinctly thinking, like, yeah, but album name for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then we
am
just-
proud that we didn't change the
Now
band
we've
name.
committed.
Yeah.
We will never change the band name, probably.
If you can make it work with a bad band name,
Probably.
that's
Well,
great.
it's really all about making it a good band name. If you have a bad, there's a lot of bands with bad band names out there, and it'll never be
huge.
never be a good name.
Yeah.
But you could make your bad band name into a good band.
Right, and then you stick out.
Maybe that's what we're doing.
Because it's
I don't
just
know.
so stupid that
Yeah.
it stands out.
Well, think about it.
Make it start with an A, too,
What does
so
the
you get on
name
the-
Spotify mean?
Spotify.
Something like Spotify, but now the association with it is all the good music lives there.
They are kind of the ones that
one
did
of those-
the like if I thing, right?
Mhm.
Did they start that? Like Codify. Like there's lots of other
that trend
things
of
named now
companies.
like something-ify.
Arrowsify.
Maybe.
Arrow-
Well, just like any
Actionify.
like startup always has some made up word as the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it becomes a successful enough company, you're like, yeah, of
Now
course,
it's cool.
Spotify. Yeah, like
Yeah.
why wouldn't that work?
Yeah.
That name is perfect
That's
for that.
what we're doing. So when you name your band, please, dear God, no offense to all the bands I'm about to offend. Do not use a single cardinal direction in your band name. Please don't do it. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, don't do it.
I know where you're gonna go with
No
that.
offense to the ones already made. You guys got in under the wire. You're good.
But now it's
no
done.
more. No more.
No more cardinal directions.
We don't need it. There's a new, there'll be a new one. And no oceans either.
All those names are already taken.
They're all done. All done. Shout out. Love all those bands.
Well, it's because they've already done it well enough,
Yeah,
so no one else
that's
can
what
now
I'm saying.
do it.
It's,
Yes.
all the good ones are
They're
taken.
good.
So
They did it.
Yeah.
Now you should not do it.
The term is cardinal direction, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
This is
whole
a
time.
random story,
No,
but
this is great.
this is what podcasts are for. My math teacher in high school, I said cardinal directions in front of her because I said like, oh well, which cardinal direction is it going? It was for like a word problem, and she said, "What? Cardinal?" And I was like, "Yeah, like cardinal direction." She's like the bird? What are you talking about?
Did
And I
she
was
think
like,
it was carnival direction?
No. She said like the bird.
Like
What are
the
you talking
bird.
about?
Wait.
And just completely fucking shat on me in front of the whole
What-
class.
what
for
did
saying
she-
cardinal
That's what I'm
directions.
saying. Did she think it was supposed to be carnival and that you were saying
What
it
did
wrong,
she
or did she
offer?
just not know that cardinal
No, she
direction
didn't,
was a thing?
She didn't know cardinal direction was a thing, but she convinced me, a fucking 16, 17-year-old, of course, in that moment, that I was just an idiot who'd been saying that my whole life for no reason. And she was like, "Do you mean like north, south, east, or west? Like what direction is it going?"
Oh
And
my
I was like,
God.
"Yeah." And she's like,
I hope you hear this
"Okay," and just
podcast.
laughed at me I was like,
Oh my God.
Huh.
How
And I
old?
was-
How old?
45, probably early 40s, maybe.
So you got gaslit.
Oh,
Actually,
big
straight
time,
up.
big time. But we didn't have that word then, so I just looked to my friend
Which
next
word?
to me, and they just
Gaslit. We didn't have that word.
Yeah, that wasn't like I was.
no,
gaslit.
he
I
was just
like,
crazy.
I feel crazy. It was really.
But
weird.
you knew you were right, or did you not know?
I checked later.
You weren't good enough. Oh,
checked later.
You did, and then you knew.
Yeah,
Okay.
You had
and then
to-
I was like,
you had to
what
go
the
home and
fuck,
check on
Doug?
your computer because we didn't have smartphones yet, or did?
I think
How
I had a
young were we?
smartphone.
Oh.
then. I think I had a smarphone.
You
By
had
it
to,
was like
like,
my senior year
mail
of high school.
somebody.
I think I had it then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to mail.
We're acting like this is the late '90s.
Yeah. 90s
This is
kid.
this is like 10 years ago.
Oh, that's another thing I want to do away with is people who were born after 95 saying they were 90s
Ooh,
kids.
that's your
I'm not a
cutoff?
90s kid. I was born in 1996. I have vague memories of being a toddler. I'm not a 90s kid.
No.
By
I
any
don't
stretch
even,
of the imagination.
I don't even really feel like I can say it. But here's the thing, though. I think it still works because, you were a kid in the 90s.
You could be
That
a
doesn't
90s
necessarily
baby and a
mean,
2000s kid, I think.
I watched Rugrats and SpongeBob and,
I think that makes you a 90s kid. Even though that was happening in the 2000s.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't
Yeah.
know who's making up the rules, but
I think I was a 90s toddler, a 2000s kid.
there you go.
It was
Yep.
5's kidhood, I think.
Kidhood.
That's when you're like,
that's when you're, yeah. You have
Huh.
a personality.
everything before 5 is babyhood,
Okay.
toddlerhood, maybe.
Yeah.
Kidhood is at 5.
But yeah, the 90s kid thing.
I think your teacher
just-
invented gaslighting.
I think maybe.
I love that.
10 years ago,
Cardinal.
gaslighting was
hadn't
invented.
thought about that
Really?
in forever and how fucking strange that was. And that just
Yeah.
made me think of it when you said cardinal direction. I was like, yeah, it is cardinal direction 10 years later.
I feel like this happened to us not long ago where I did the same thing to you and you were right about it.
Oh,
It was at the studio.
This happens like every other day.
This happens pretty often.
those are the best I miss the because when we were still driving ourselves, like, and I'm sure we will do that on a support, but you know what I mean, like when it's us two up front all day, there were so many moments where you're like, you sure that's
sure
what that
about
is?
that?
And I'm like, I don't have the ability to look it up. I'm the one driving, and I'm just like, we
I'll
can
have
just
you to look
sit
it up.
in it, be like
See.
me being
yeah,
crazy.
you're right.
Yeah, what
You're right, but I'm not going to tell you you're right.
what was
That's
it?
the thing is, if you're looking up the
I
answer,
don't
you can
mind
just
being
tell him.
wrong. I'll go, oh, the internet says this, but that's bullshit.
Right. Just,
But I choose to not believe that.
mm-hmm.
That's right.
Like magnets.
Like magnets.
Like magnets. He
If
doesn't like
you're-
magnets.
You just gotta be. You gotta be confident enough to be wrong.
Jesse,
a
how do you
lot.
feel about this
What's that?
magnet?
Prove it.
It's a magnet on the back of my phone.
No,
sticking
that's
to the
your
metal
phone.
table.
This isn't good for TV.
It's it's okay. Here's the visual. It's
He's taking his phone,
It's sticking
which
it
has
to
a
the
piece
table.
of metal on the back, and he's placing it on top of the table,
Mhm.
and it's not moving, just like it would always not.
All right. Here.
move.
Now it's on the bottom, and it's sticking to it.
Well, I don't know about all that. All right.
Is this good entertainment?
Is
I don't
that
know.
is
I
that
hope-
good?
I
What
hope
else
so.
was on? You're like a list, didn't you?
Hmm? Oh, my list
Oh,
of,
we're gonna talk about something else now.
of conversation topics.
Just
Jeez, I don't know. I don't know how good it is. We might have done it all.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we
How tall are you, Matt?
taller than you.
Ah, shit.
How tall are you?
Just about as tall as you are.
The only thing that we didn't talk about that I have on the list is when did we stop playing this song?
Oh shit.
And and by this song I mean Skully, because now we've been away
Yeah.
from Skully for a while. When did we stop playing Skully? When did we take it off streaming services? When did it just become sort of like a very past
yeah.
thing? Was it Coasting era? Was it Hell in Paradise era? Like,
Yeah, how long did we play it with you? Because I remember our first show with you on bass
mhm.
was at the Hardback Cafe,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Awesome
crazy.
place.
Matt had long hair.
yes,
Long.
we traded.
Yeah.
Longer
traded
than
looks.
Victor's.
No, it's about that long, right?
You think so?
I think
And
so.
Matt had it
Oh,
like
I thought it
down
was
here.
longer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Think so.
When I feel like this one stayed on the set list for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like, I could be wrong. I feel like we were playing Skully like into Hell in Paradise. Like, well, did we play it on the tour with like the home team?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
That might have been
Oh.
the first time we didn't play that.
I would
That's
love
probably
to
when
have
we
that
were-
set list
Yeah.
of the
You could
four
probably find it somewhere.
home team shows we
We
did
definitely
in
played
2019.
Setlist FM.
We played Denim and MJF probably.
Yeah.
Spoiler. Those are songs that we have that we'll talk about later.
They already know how the
Oh
show's gonna
man,
go.
they have our unrelated,
there?
but they have our Florida Man set list.
Let's go.
Ooh, what
So
was
let's
it?
Kind
play.
of fun, I could tell you. Chasing Rhymes, Denim, Forfeit, Coasting, MJF.
I think that was it.
Close
Right?
enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Oh, close enough. We closed with close enough.
No.
We closed with Denim. We opened with MJF. So it's MJF, Forfeit, Chasing Rhymes, Close Enough, Denim.
Okay,
Wow.
bangers.
I like that it has the stats of songs on the album, like from the album.
Oh.
Oh, how
Wow.
many
Is that as
times
far
we've
back as it
played
goes?
it?
I don't know. Let me see.
We're getting some Arrows in Action lore
Setlist
that
FM.
I don't remember. I don't know when the last time we played this was. I mean, it was probably in Gainesville somewhere. Did we play this at like the Valdosta House show?
I don't think so, actually,
Wow. Okay, maybe
because
it
I've
didn't say
watched
on
that video before, and I'm pretty sure that's all Hell in Paradise and Coasting.
Huh.
Yeah.
We have a tradition of
Done away with it.
sunsetting old songs.
We got playlists. We got set lists all the way back to 2014, March 30th, when we played "Makes Me Sick."
What?
Oh yeah.
No.
What?
Let's
Who the
see.
fuck reported that to setlist
2014.
FM? That's crazy.
Where? The Jam?
High Dive.
Holy shit.
I don't
High
think
Dive.
they have. There's a bunch of these, but like they don't have the set list there. It just has the date of the show when we played it. So like
This
we
band
have,
has
like,
existed for
June
10 years.
June 10th, 2015, November 12th, 2015, December 3rd, 2015. We don't start getting actual set lists.
That's so cool though.
That
I
is
know.
pretty wild.
Because someone has to go in there like a wiki page
Yeah, you
and
have
like,
to
report
find
it, right?
it somewhere. Oh,
So
for
who-
sure.
It's so funny
did
because so
that?
many of them are just like, sorry, we don't have anything. But this is the show we played with
Fair.
Flip Turn at Jackrabbits even, and we don't have our set list there.
Wow.
When was that? That was like
2017,
Okay.
Damn.
May 19th, 2017.
That's wild.
Damn, like a lot of these just don't have the set. I'm trying to find like the most recent.
You never know when it's the last time you're gonna play a song.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we played Skully on the last tour, right?
Well, yeah, but that was like, it was just like, it was such a big deal though.
Yeah.
Because it had been
right.
years and years and years.
Yeah.
Which
Which was fun.
Oh, yeah.
You have to stop playing songs so that you can start playing them again.
Yeah.
You know?
All right,
That's
this
why
is the
we're not
last-
playing Uncomfortably Numb or Put You Through Me, Your Head in the Clouds on our next tour.
That's it.
So that it will be fun in 10 years. when we
Yes.
do.
Yeah, the furthest. It's funny. It goes all the way back to 2014, where it just shows that we played "Make Me Sick," and then everything up until Florida Man is blank,
Nice.
Yeah.
and then it's blank again for a while until we did our Be More release show on October 1st, 2021.
Hey.
I was surprised that that's even on there.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's pretty cool.
And the set list is
That
accurate.
was one of our. That was like our biggest headlining show at the time.
At the
You
time.
know what's crazy
Yeah.
about that? Uncomfortably Numb was 5th in the set, and this time was our closer because it was before Uncomfortably
Yeah.
Numb had
Had a moment.
was the song for us.
Yeah.
We played Uncomfortably Numb, and people are probably just like, what is this one with all the weird dubstep noises in it? What is that? I don't see anybody on stage with a dubstep machine. The fuck is that?
Dubstep machine.
Oh, this is kind of fun. Do you remember how we paid to record Skully? Do you remember like what the odd jobs we had to do
Ooh.
to pay for the recordings?
A lot
is
of it
gold.
was.
Wait, what?
Yes.
A lot of it was doing covers.
Original American
the Oak.
Kitchen, the Oak
Yeah.
Bar in Gainesville, Florida.
Shout out.
forgot.
Oaks.
So
did that.
we
I think
would.
it still
What was
exists.
What was your drum setup? Because it was like minimal and kind of funny.
Oh yeah, it was like a hi hat snare with like a towel over
towel
it
over
and
the
a
snare.
kick drum.
Mm.
I think.
And I remember like we
really.
really wouldn't. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we wouldn't really rehearse those. I remember I was like, "This is what I play normally on my acoustic cover gigs." Jesse, this is the tempo.
Yeah.
Like, and that was sort of.
I mean,
it.
I would like kind of learn a little bit just to like loosely.
Yeah,
have
like
an
you'd
idea
listen
of
to
what
the song.
Like if we're,
Yeah.
we're playing like Sweater Weather, I'll do the Sweater Weather beat thing
Yeah.
and like that kind of stuff.
But like I remember, I would play acoustic guitar. I would just tell Adrian, just play bass. These are the roots.
do it.
Just play them and repeat. This isn't even the real chords. This is what we're playing though. And this is what you're gonna play, so you don't have to think about switching.
Also, it wasn't just the two of you guys. It was like full band. Like you
it
would
was
go in
me,
there and
me,
hook up
Jesse, and
the-
Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, okay, cool.
Yeah, so we would play in the corner, like basically
Yeah.
where one 4-person table would fit.
Yeah.
It was where Jesse, Adrian, and myself were, and we were running through the house PA.
Yeah,
So like,
like
So
an
it would be
like
everywhere?
an intercom system basically.
you couldn't escape it then. You could be on the
No.
other side of the
No.
restaurant
No.
with the kick drum coming through the intercom.
well,
I don't
no,
think the drums
That's
were
the thing. The
mic'd.
drums
Oh,
weren't
okay,
mic'd.
okay.
It was just my
Just
vocal.
you.
So the drums you would hear coming from the other side of the room, but then right next to me, right next to
Wait.
you, coming out of the speaker
the
is
only
my
thing
vocal.
in the PA was your vocal, not the
Yeah.
guitars.
No,
I don't think so. Yeah.
What?
maybe bass. No, I don't know.
Oh, that's
what was the
weird.
setup?
Maybe bass and guitar,
think so?
but just the idea that the drums were across the room, and then the vocal was coming out right next to you if you
While
were next
people
to a
were
speaker.
eating like
yeah.
nice dinners.
So just like off time with the drums entirely.
I feel like we were decent.
Well, if you were next to us, we were decent.
Yeah.
Like when Christiana came to hear us, that was the first time I met
Oh,
Christiana.
yeah.
Was at Oak,
Really?
and you were like, "This girl that I met is coming tonight. She's coming with her friend." Like,
That's so
She seems super
Yeah.
she seems super cool. I like her a lot.
That's so
like,
funny. Cause what a terrible way to see the band.
I know. That's how you know she's in it
Yeah,
for the
for real.
long
She's
run.
like-
She's been supporting out of pity ever since.
Yeah.
She was like, "All
I
right,
see
this is
something.
pretty bad, but I see it."
He's cute.
Truly a tastemaker. She saw the potential. Really down deep.
So we would get
Yeah.
paid. I think between the three of us, we would get paid $300 for like a 3-hour set.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we were just like, all right, and none of us keep the money. We
Yeah.
just put it aside.
Yeah.
I remember loading all of Jesse's drums and my bass and my acoustic into
In
the
the
back
rain.
of my Ford Focus.
Oh, the red,
Yeah,
the red car.
the
little
red Ford
car?
Focus,
Oh,
Melvin,
Melvin.
my car, who
That
I
thing was
named
already
Melvin.
dying by the time I got into the picture, I think.
Yeah,
We
it
took
was
it out to the barn to where we played a few times, but that was it. It
Yeah.
was dead after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, this is making me want to go back to Oak.
We should go back to
Next
Oak one of
time.
these days.
Tell 'em, hey.
When we have a Gainesville trip one of these days,
Yeah.
we'll stop into Oak just for the hell of
I
it.
can show you where we set up in the corner there.
There'll be another band of
But-
4 people
there
with
was
acoustic
basically- they
They
instruments.
stopped doing bands.
I remember
Because
there
of
was-
you?
I don't know if I'd say because of.
But were you the last band
I
to
think
play
so.
this restaurant?
What they did at best afterwards was they might have had one guy with an acoustic guitar
Yeah.
out on the patio, which
Yeah.
is a way smarter setup because
Mhm.
A,
Oh,
it
yeah.
advertises that you have live music. You don't force everyone in the venue to
Hear
like
it.
be
But do you have live music if you're paying someone to stand outside and play live music?
yeah, because
Not
they had
in the restaurant?
Well, no, because
Yeah.
there was it was one of those like
It's
I
sort
can't-
of like
one of those, like-
enclosed-ish covered.
Oh,
you know where
oh.
you,
Like
it's almost like a
a-
garage
They weren't
door,
outside.
like
They were-
you can
yeah.
like lift the windows or whatever.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I thought you meant like not on a patio, but I thought you meant there was like literally like a person in front of the
Like on the
restaurant
sidewalk?
on the street
No,
just
no, no,
playing
no.
just
guitar.
busking.
They're
No,
like,
no.
paying him
come,
to bus.
come to this restaurant. There's live music. The live
Outside.
music is me, but you can go in there.
No. It was one of those things where like you could sit at like the bar,
Like at Swamp.
yeah,
Oh,
a little
That
bit,
kind
yeah.
of a thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
like what Spencer used
but
to do.
that's bigger. Yeah.
And
And
you could sit outside, yeah, and me. You could sit outside and then turn to the bar and like
Yeah.
order a drink and like
Yeah.
But I remember we did that every week for a whole summer, even
Yeah.
in the rain. We
Oh,
did
yeah.
that for 3 months straight, and that paid for the record
Mm-hmm.
for
Wow.
what would be Running from the Sun and Skully,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
That is ridiculous.
What's that? 12? Let's say that's 12 times 3, something like 12 times 300.
Did that for a summer. So that
Most
was,
of the summer,
what,
yeah.
like my second summer there? Third summer? I'm trying
That
to think.
was it was my sophomore. It was your third summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that was the first one that I actually like stayed in Gainesville for the summer.
Yeah, because it was the summer before your senior year, right? Because I met you the
Mhm.
next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
Yep.
made like just under $4,000 probably doing that. Just
Hell
over
yeah.
like between 3 and $4,000, and that paid for the record.
Was
I
it
remember
5
the-
songs.
5 songs. I think we had to pay like $50 an hour to record at
Something
Skylabs.
like that.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, it was hourly, so it was like a
It was
time.
wild.
It was a
Nice.
time crunch.
Was
It sounds like it was a bit of a time crunch.
yeah.
I remember we would just go. We would just like do like, all right, boys, 12-hour days. Like we would just get in there and just be like, we got to use up all the time we
Mhm.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Would you guys change anything about the song? I think that would be fun to
Would
do
I?
on these.
Change?
Yeah,
anything
what would
about this?
you change
I
about-
wasn't around. I don't know if I get to
How do
say
you feel
that.
about the guitar solo?
I would've played the guitars.
Matt would actually play the guitar.
No, they're good. I probably would have different stuff to do.
Yeah.
You know, I probably would have just played it differently. I don't know.
God, can you imagine re-recording that like with Dan now?
Yeah.
Like, how do we make Skully now?
Mm.
And also, we all drink. So, right off the bat, I don't drink.
I do drink.
I do drink.
I don't fight. That's still pretty good.
That lyric-
I do drink.
I
do
don't
fight.
I don't fight. No, you drink, but you don't fight.
Oh.
There's
oh.
something about that too.
Yeah.
Oh, now I drink. I don't fight.
Wait,
Now I drink, still don't
I'm
fight.
curious actually.
No, I drank, but still don't fight.
Where did
I just
that
choose
come
hungover.
from?
Because I just hated drinking at the time. I
really?
hated drinking because my freshman
Oh.
year, like I tried, like like my
Interesting.
roommate Oz was like he would like get me to come out and drink, and like I thought it was fine, but like basically there were just 3 times where I would just got so sick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
one time where a buddy, you know the guy, real big guy, he dropped me. Like He's like 6'6". He was like, he picked me up out of my car because I was like passed out in the car.
Yeah.
On the way back from a party. He was supposed to carry me, like, he carried me, supposed to. He decided.
He was supposed to
carry
his
me, and he dropped me,
his
asshole.
His intention
and I
was.
know who we're talking about.
And I
I'm gonna
love him
ask about
so
this.
much.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was a saint and an angel, and
He's still a
he's
saint.
perfect.
It's
He
still
is.
an angel.
But he picked me up out of his car because he wasn't drinking at the time, and carried me through the whole Trussler parking lot
Yeah.
Whoa.
up to and I was on like the 4th or 3rd floor. So
Stairs?
like, yes, we didn't quite make it to the stairs. He tripped and dropped me onto just concrete, and I was so drunk that I didn't even flinch. I was just like, ow. And I just opened my eyes and got up and walked up the stairs. He's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm going to bed."
Damn.
Nice.
I didn't wake up until 6 in the afternoon, 6 in the evening the next day.
In your bed.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I made
I
it back to
mean,
my room
yeah.
and I just slept for a day.
And that's where I don't drink.
That's where I don't drink. Was like, you know what? I hate drinking.
I just choose
That's
wrong
a
over
fair
right, baby.
reason
Hell
to be
yeah.
scared off of that.
Yeah.
Well, when you were in college, was it just like so like all or nothing for a minute there? Because I remember like in high school, college, like drinking was like you drank everything. You
See,
felt
I
like-
didn't drink I didn't drink in high school. Like I might have like, partook in other things, but like I didn't drink in high school. None of my friends really drank, so I didn't drink. Like we would just like they would just game. We would play like airsoft and shit like that.
Oh. Lake City shit.
Gainesville shit, but yeah.
Oh,
Lake City shit
Lake
in
shitty.
Gainesville. Like shitty. But yeah, when I got to college, then my roommate at the time, Oz, I'm sure you guys will hear more about Oz as we go, but
This is becoming a recurring character.
he'll be, he's part of the lore. He drank a lot in high school, so when he came to college, he was sort of our drinking instructor. Like to the point where I remember he convinced me to go 50-50 with him on a UF themed beer pong table that we kept in our dorm, and we'd come back at lunch and like practice.
Oh
Like, at
my
lunch.
God.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "We gotta get our reps in, dude, for
Dude,
these parties."
And you're good at beer pong.
Practicing beer
still
pong
good.
is crazy.
Well, we wouldn't put beer in all the cups at lunch. We'd just be like, "All right, fill them with water.
Right.
Let's do it." Just
But
You
when you
wouldn't-
get there,
you
you want to
wouldn't-
be cool. You want to seem cool. You want to show up to a party and
I
fucking.
didn't know.
the stories
Maybe
you would
I'm
hear
dumb.
about like frat parties and stuff about like, oh, if you show up and you like you don't get this right,
Yeah.
or you fuck it up, or you don't know the rules,
Yeah,
you're the
yeah.
It's like this is beer in a red Solo
I
cup.
don't
Like,
know. I
Yeah.
feel like if you showed up to some frats party and you were like too good at beer pong, they would also
Also
not
be
like
upset.
you.
You're
Like,
probably right about that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no way like, oh, this
You
guy's
wanna-
the man.
you wanna-
you're like, who's
He
this
should join our
fucking guy?
you want to keep it a close game. You want them. You want them to be like, you know what, that was.
And then
good.
you give it to him.
Yeah.
Good game, bro.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You let him have the win.
Striking the balance of not.
Well,
So
this
if
is
you-
great. Matt, how much did you drink in college? We can't just let Victor have this whole topic.
And they were perfect.
I don't know. I think like late high school was a lot of like house parties and stuff after like shows,
Late
and
high
then
school.
college. I don't know. I don't have too many like crazy party memories from college because like my freshman year, I would try going to parties and stuff with my roommates, and it was fine, but wouldn't get too trashed. And then like I don't know. Yeah, I didn't. I'm trying to remember if there's any like really crazy stuff. I mean, like a lot of my like party memories are really from like my sophomore and junior year when we would be doing the cover
Woodsers.
gig stuff,
Yeah.
the Woodser stuff, because that'd be.
We
Just
should talk about this for anybody who doesn't know like what that is.
Yeah,
Because on
'cause-
paper it's kind of fucked up.
Well,
Yeah, I mean it's weird as shit.
They
it's
take-
funny how like I
It's so
mentioned
weird.
I say the word Woodsers and people are like, what are you
Exactly.
talking
Yeah,
about?
we
Like,
should explain this.
it's just not a thing. So before Matt was in
Well,
Arrows
it's not
in
a thing
Action,
in real life.
No, it's not a thing in real life that you
No.
go to the woods and get wasted with 100 people
Yeah.
on a school bus. No,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
and you have 4 other guys who are drunk playing bad covers on a tractor
They
trailer.
didn't know we were bad though.
You
They
guys,
didn't
So-
care.
you guys were pretty good.
The way that like Matt and I got close, because like we knew each other from bothering Dennis and Arrows and action gigs, and I remember I was also loosely like a part of the student record label, and Matt was very involved in that, so we kind of hung out through that. I remember the moment that I thought about this too, when I was in a cover band called the Whiskey Dicks.
That he did not name.
I did not name.
This is an existing entity that hired us.
We can cut
don't
this.
like
It's
the
not
name.
a bad name.
We can
to
cut
be
this
fair.
later if we need to, but the motto was
Oh, don't make
No,
me
say it.
go back and edit
No,
this.
say it. I think it's fine. It's got to be.
Say
it's
it or don't
it's
say
from
it.
the past.
I didn't.
If the past is not
It's
okay,
from
then
the
what's not
past.
okay?
Lots of things in the past.
If the past is not okay,
I
then
don't
what is might be
I don't
my
know.
new favorite
You-
thing.
You just gotta say it, and we'll decide later.
Well,
I don't think
look
it's
at,
that bad.
I didn't
'cause
come up with it. A terrible person
This is
who
fine,
at one point broke his ankle and sucked so hard.
and might hear the podcast, but
well, we can cut that out too.
podcast.
The motto was, "We can't get hard, but we rock hard."
Oh, that's fine.
Oh,
that's fine.
yeah.
What did you think it
I
was?
knew you were gonna say that.
I didn't
something
remember.
Like
I
that,
just
and
knew it
that's
was
fine.
bad.
That's fine.
Not great. It's fine. I didn't come up with it. And
That's fine.
So, I remember we had a rotating cast of guitarists, and like the two main guys I think that were playing guitar for us, like one of them left or decided he didn't want to play anymore. And I was like, I just need to find a guitarist who can just play like anything, who can just play like "Sweet Child of Mine," "Wagon Wheel," "Semi Charmed Life,"
It's
"Treasure"
really hard
by
to find
Bruno
guitar
Mars.
players who can play Wagon Wheel. It's actually very difficult
I
to
think
do.
I can play Wagon
I think I might have been the only guitar player in
The
Gainesville.
only one who could do it.
He had to hire
To
me.
be fair, there were also songs like "Rock," like
Sweet Child of Mine.
"Sweet Child of Mine," "Living on a Prayer."
Living on a Prayer was really
some
fun.
harder ones.
We played Mary Jane's Last Dance,
Yeah.
American Girl. I think we did too.
We didn't do American Girl because I remember getting cursed out for not knowing it one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Matt has had to know. Matt just had
We
to
did Mary Jane's
know.
Last Dance.
Matt's
Matt
a-
just had to know like 40 to 60 songs.
Yeah.
Like he just had to come in knowing them, and if he didn't, it was
It was a problem.
wasn't a problem for me, but it was apparently it was a problem.
for the
Yeah.
boss.
Well, it was funny
So
because it was like
we-
we were taking requests, and I remember them being like, on my first night, I was like, "You're taking requests? I only know 30 of the songs." And then like I think Joe, our boss, was just like, "They're gonna request the same ones every time." And then like,
And the
lo
funny
and
thing
behold, they
too,
requested everything I had learned.
and anything that they
amazing.
requested that we didn't know, we'd go, yeah, and then we would just play whatever we wanted to play.
Yep.
So
Or like quote it in a jam
yeah,
because no one cares.
yeah,
Like,
just
you're
have the singer just sing the line from
chorus
it
of
over
it.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we needed a guitarist who could just play anything. And I remember I was like studying with Matt, and I was just like, I looked at him, I was like, why have I not talked to you about this? Do you want to make like $250 a night playing for drunk fraternity kids in the woods?
Yep.
And he was like, what?
Hell
So
yeah.
for anyone who doesn't know,
Yeah.
fraternities set up events called Woodsers where they will take like an event company, like the one that we technically were employed by,
Yeah.
will work with a fraternity to book an event space like a barn or just a farm
The outside.
that outside 40 minutes away from civilization.
Patch of
So-
grass sometimes.
So there is minimal
trailer.
interference by police, really.
Bro.
You just go out to a farm, you just bring a DJ or a band, you make sure that drinks are plentiful
Drinks are
and
plenty.
ready, and some sort of food so people don't
Did they
die.
have drinks there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Cheap
Okay.
vodka.
I just
Well-
thought they would all show up drunk.
Well,
They
that
did-
too.
They did
Oh,
that
It-
too.
okay.
Yes and yes.
And the,
Okay.
the craziest nights would actually be the nights that they were like dry woodsers, so they weren't serving alcohol at them. Because then all the
Yes.
people we were playing for would show up absolutely
out.
messed up, and it would just be like, you we're still going to play 2 hour-and-a-half long sets, but by the
Yeah.
halfway through the first one, you're like, these people are asleep.
I remember
Yeah.
those
It was really
those
weird.
gigs actually kind of
It's
worked
really
out
funny,
for us
but-
because we were like, we're done. They're done. We're
They're
done.
done.
Yeah.
Like
We're
they're all
done.
going home now. So again, like they would an event company would set up just a party in the woods or in a barn, hire a band, hire like some sort of like fast food thing to come out and serve you food, serve you drinks. And yeah, that was when Matt and I got really into gin and tonics.
Yep.
Oh.
It was a
And,
safe, like easy drink we knew they couldn't fuck up. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Never joined fraternities, none of us, but we
No.
sure did
No.
take a lot of money from them.
yeah.
Yeah, we
which
did.
which is smart.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, and then Jesse even made his way into some of those cover gigs.
I
When he broke his ankle, I remember.
Yeah, those are fun.
they
Super-
they
super
were
easy.
like, and what's funny is like by the
vibing.
second year you're playing them, they're not quite as fun. It's
I
just
believe that.
wasted children around you,
Oh,
or
yeah.
wasted
Yeah.
law students and like med school students, which
Yeah.
by the way, they go way harder than any of the undergrads.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of dangerous.
Just gets weird.
But like after, like the first like 2 months, you're like, this is so cool. I'm kind of like a rock star. Like I'm
Yeah.
getting paid. I got to
Yeah.
drive
Well-
out here to like just perform and put on the most entertaining show I can.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I go home and I go to class.
But you
and
don't
none
feel
of these
like a rock
people
star
know.
because they don't clap between songs.
No.
You stop playing, and then if anyone even does anything, they give you a dirty look like, why did the music
Just
stop?
stop playing.
And you
You
just
feel like
start
a rock star
rolling
during
claps.
the songs. During
Yeah.
the songs, and then the songs are over, and everyone's like, keep going.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Don't stop.
It's really funny. They look at you like it's like a DJ thing. That like
Yeah.
you don't have to start the next one.
So that was how Matt and I got like really close, because we would just spend sometimes 4 nights a week just driving out to this same barn.
Yeah, and we would get back at like 3 a.m. and wake up at 8 and go to class. Consistent,
Crazy
Fucked
time.
up.
nuts. but it was great. I mean, like that and like other odd jobs was just like that's what got me through college. Like I needed that. It was awesome.
I remember that
Awesome.
definitely helped pay for like, coasting and like
Mhm.
any savings that I had. That was all where all that money went to.
Yeah, it was a hack. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
If you're in college trying to start a band,
Yeah.
fund it with another band.
Fund it with the cover band. I mean, we
Yeah,
were doing that
for
even
sure.
after college because we were the Gainesville emo night band for a little
Yeah.
bit back when they were still like having a live band do it. Like we were that. So
Yeah.
and
That was fun. Anybody see that? Cryliner?
Cryliner.
That was our
Shout out Quilcachan, our homie.
that was
Yeah.
our emo night band named Cryliner.
We were
Pretty good.
We were a great emo night
now
band.
that is a good
I-
band name, and that was Quill's idea.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That sounds right. Yeah.
The trick to starting a good cover band is get the best singer you know,
Mm-hmm.
get them to just sing, and then fill out the rest of the band.
Yeah, and then maybe drop the songs a whole step. We didn't do that. We should
Yeah.
have probably done that for poor Quill,
It's tough. Some of those songs are just
but they still killed it.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Different
If you,
era.
if you can't
Oh my
hang
God.
sleeping with sirens, Jesus.
Yeah.
No one should be trying to hit on that song.
well, we definitely have enough for episode 1.
Hell yeah.
So that's the story of Skully.
Episode 1. It'll be a lot like that, but better. What's the clap for?
I don't know.
I don't think that's gonna be useful for you later.
No, I'll find it. I'll find
But
me.
where is the end?
Find me doing that, and I'll know.
Maybe yeah, I don't we don't know how to end these. So
And that's
listen
the
to the
cutoff
next
right
one.
there. It's
I
just
was gonna
so
say,
yeah.
I'm just gonna.
that's perfect.
You don't know how to end these,
Nice.
so